And are you throwing a party and do you want to have enough pizzas made before your guest so that you're able to enjoy pizzas all together at one time? So that you are able to enjoy pizzas all together, but also still cook the pizzas in your oven. So what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my pizza channel. It's a pizza guy John. I'm going to be showing you how to par bake pizzas. Let's go and take a look at our uni oven before we get started, which I've been preheating now for about 20 minutes. And right in the center, we're looking close to 1,000, so it's really hot, which I'll turn it down just a little bit there. As you can see, I'm still using the double stone, just trying to get used to it. But a couple things before you want to get started. It's going to be pretty simple. The first thing is you want to get your oven preheated to 170, 175, and you want to put foil down or cooling rack, whatever, just where you want to rest your pizza. You want to have your dough, and it's simple. What you're doing is you're stretching out your pizza, you're making a pizza, saucing it, and you're basically cooking it, but not all the way through. You're pulling it out, placing the oven, letting it keep warm. You're making your next pizza, your next pizza, your next pizza, and that way 10 minutes, 5 minutes before your guests get here, you could start putting your toppings on your pizza and finish cooking it in the oven, your uni, your Gozni, whatever type of oven you have. That way they're all coming out at the same time. You're keeping them warm, putting them back in the oven, and you're able to enjoy pizzas all together. So let's go ahead and get the first one. I'm only going to do 2 to show you for the purposes of the video, but we'll go ahead. And this dough is 40% Polish at 70% hydration. I will link that. I will post a recipe down below. But let's go ahead and get the first dough ball here. And just plop that in there. And getting the semolina. And like I said, you're just saucing it and stretching it. So we'll get that stretched out here. And we'll get this stretched. And like I said, it's going to be fairly simple enough that you're able to get these pizzas cooked and then enjoy, you know, family, friends. You're not worrying about having to cook everything at the same time and missing out, you know, on the festivities. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get some sauce on here. But for now, we're just getting enough sauce on there. All right, and you can put a little bit of cheese, which I will in this case. If you do feel that it is, you know, feeling a little soft, then you could put just a little bit of cheese, but not a lot. And this is just going to, again, keep it from rising in the oven. Go ahead now. You'll get your pizza down. And I'm just going to get this stretched out. And this is just a part cook, so again, we're not cooking it fully, but we're going to cook it just enough. We'll let that cook there. And we're just going to let that rise just a little bit. Enough to let the bottom base settle. And like I said, as you can see, I do have the double stone. If you want to see a video of that, then I will link that above. But we're going to go ahead. It's going to get this cooked just a little bit more. Again, I'm not cooking it all the way through. Okay. And let's give it a couple more seconds. And again, this should be a quick cook, like I stated. We're just cooking it enough to finish it later. Alright, so now that that is pretty cooked, as you can see, it's not fully cooked. We're gonna go ahead now. We're gonna get it inside. And we're gonna place this onto your foil or onto anything that you have. We're gonna let that sit there. And get this cleaned down. And while that pizza is in the oven, cooling, or basically just sitting there resting up, we could go ahead and get the next pizza stretched. And as you can see, it is fairly simple. And let's get this one right here. All right. And this will be the same, just gonna be stretching out with a little bit of cheese on top. Clear all that air. Right. And let's get this one again stretched out to your size. Right. Again, going down with the sauce. And you know, maybe your guests are showing up now, maybe they're watching you make your pizza. But again, you want to wait if you're waiting for all your guests to show up, then again, this is where, you know, again, you will par bake your pizzas and finish them all at the end so they're all come out freshly. So it's gonna do a little bit of cheese again. That should be good. And then again with this one, get this one back into the oven. And straight into your oven. Turn this oven down. Okay, now we're gonna let this one cook. And as you can see, it does lift a little bit in the center only because again, and there's nothing holding, there's no toppings or anything, but that's okay. I'm gonna let that. Again, we'll go ahead and get this spun around. Alright. The bottom is cooking nicely. Again, the oven is really hot at this point. Okay, so this one is cooking a little bit quicker. And so now at this point, you could go ahead and take this one inside. Then again, you could put that one down onto your foil. And at this point, again, you could continue making, you know, another pizza, another pizza, another pizza. And then whenever your guests come, basically we'll take it out of the oven, put your extra toppings on there, whatever you choose, whatever they choose. And you'll put it in the oven with a little bit more cheese. Get it all melted. So we'll give it a minute or two and then we'll come back and check that out. All right, so now that your pizzas are ready to go, you've made 3-4 pizzas, maybe 10 pizzas, and you're ready to get going. The party guests are here. Now what you want to do is you want to take out your pizza that you've already pre-baked. And so as you can see, here's the first pizza. No toppings on there. Couple options. You can either put it on the screen. If you choose, if you have a screen, put the toppings and then you can slide it into the oven. Or of course you could use your peel to slide it in. This case, I'm just going to use a screen. At this point, now what you want to do is you could add more cheese. which I'll do in this case. Maybe someone wants more cheese, you know, extra cheesy. Then you want to get your pepperonis, and see, while you're making this pizza, then you have your other pizzas in the oven, just relaxing, you know, staying warm. Get a couple more pieces on there. All right. And now at this point, the oven is still on. You can go ahead and get this into the oven. The oven's turned down. And then you could slide that into your oven. Keep that here. And now you're just kind of keeping it warm as well, but you're also giving it that extra cook. See, the pepperonis are cooking nicely, and again, this will also give the bottom an extra cook as well. Pepperonis are cooking nicely. Cheese is melting. All right, perfect. So we'll get this inside. And so now, as you can see, the pepperonis now are cooked. The crust is now fully cooked as well. The bottom will probably even have an extra cook as well, because again, you put it on, so that's going to make it extra crispy. At this point, you can slide it back into the oven, keep it nice and warm while you get your other pizzas topped and ready to go for the next guest. So if you guys like what you see, like and subscribe to my videos. Turn that bell notification to be notified when I do make new videos and post new videos. Check out my Instagram at The Pizza Guy John. And again, if you liked what you saw today, leave a comment down below telling me, have you done any par baking of your pizzas? What kind of toppings did you use? So if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. We'll talk soon.